Nathan, now we've taken the brand new Subaru off-road, the Forester, and it did really well.
Yeah.
And we've taken the brand new RAV4 off-road, and it did not so well.
Yeah, those running boards, man, gotten away.
So now, for all of you ladies out there, because let's face it, this car is popular with the ladies.
It certainly is.
We have the brand new Nissan Rogue.
With 8.3 inches of ground clearance, so it actually might be able to go up this trail.
Taking it off-road, coming up next
on the Fast Lane Car. I actually applaud Nissan for not putting a plastic cover on top of their 4-cylinder engine. It's kind of retro cool. This is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that puts out 170 horsepower, but more importantly, 175 pound-feet of torque, which really does help off-road. It's hooked up to a CVT, a continuously variable transmission, which isn't so great, but at least Nissan makes a good one. And it's an all-wheel drive system that can actually work pretty well off-road.
And let's figure out just how well it does off-road, because I'm feeling pretty good about this. 8.3 inches of ground clearance, Nathan, is plenty for what we're going to take it up. So let's give it a shot.
Yeah, let's hurt this thing. I mean, let's take it off-road. So I'm triggering the all-wheel drive lock button. Basically, it adds a little bit more torque to the rear, and it's only to be used if you're going slow. Snow is a really good example if you're going through snow. Downhill, I don't believe there's a hill descent control, and you know what? I can do without it. It doesn't really need it. There's this thing called a brake, and if you're good with it and you apply enough pressure at the right times, surprisingly, you won't roll over. Well, at least most people won't roll over. Actually, I have rolled over one time before. Speaking of no problems, going up this hill, I've been keeping it steady, and there is absolutely no problem whatsoever. I'm loving it. There we go. Isn't that just that good and that simple? And there's a motorcyclist behind me. Go figure. Probably one of the coolest things in any vehicle is the surround view that Nissan came up with and now other people are mimicking. The problem is the screen itself isn't much bigger than a postage stamp. So all this technology is kind of wasted because you really have to lower your head to see everything. On the plus side, even off-road, being able to look at this and seeing where the obstacles are is great. And better yet, for parking, awesome thing to have.
Does it work off-road?
Yes, it does. Look, you can see little trees.
But can you like drive with it?
I could drive with it, but I wouldn't.
Give it a shot. Let's see.
Oh, just looking at it?
Yeah, no, not just looking at it. I mean, keep it on and let's see how it goes off-road. See if you can see the obstacles in there.
All right, you got it, man. It's just, you got to fix the mirrors. And there's, okay. I'm worried that Roman's going to lay in front of the car and hope I stop in time. Oh, I might not. It isn't that expensive. You can get a Nissan Rogue base model front-wheel drive for a low 20s, and this one, fully loaded, 26. Not bad at all.
You know, what else isn't bad, Nathan, is this is impressive. You went down that hill and came up, no problem whatsoever. It is very, very off-road worthy. Very surprising indeed, but you know, I need one thing to put that Roman stamp of approval on it. Please, please, thank you. My turn. Okay, Nathan, I can tell you already that it needs to be refreshed. It has this little funky keyhole thing without the key, right?
And the interior is really, really plain. Although they did make the bolstering on the sides and on the doors actually out of a fabric. This brakes on, dude. Just push on it. No, that's the hood. You push on it. And...
Be right back. The experts at work.
Oy vey. Yeah, as I was saying before, genius decided to open the hood. Fabric on the doors. I like that. I like being able to put my elbow up there and not feel hard plastic.
You know, Nathan, people are going to, on YouTube especially, give us a lot of grief for that, but that's what we do. You know, we do real world tests and we show all the flaws because we're just that transparent, right?
We're highly flawed.
or we hate to edit. Too many cuts. So, like I was saying, it's feeling a little dated.
It is dated. I mean, this thing's been around for a while, and I hear that Nissan's working on a replacement that'll be out soon, but for what it is and for what we're doing with it, hey, look, folks, if it does this well off-road into what we take it, imagine what it'll do in snow and light off-roading. I mean, it's a really, really capable little guy, and you gotta admit, it's pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's incredibly smooth. It's surprisingly agile, but it's very tight in here. Look at my head. It's almost hitting, and with that sloping roof in the back, you do lose cargo space.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But then again, there's a legal limit on head size, and yours is beyond that.
Just because I have hair, Nathan.
Shut up.
You don't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, we took this to Moab a few years ago, and I recall we were going up Vale Pass, and it was snowing, and there was a policeman.
That's right, folks. This is absolutely true. That cop car
in a Crown Vic.
In a Crown Vic that had snow tires. He wasn't able to even go up the hill straight. He was flooring it, and he was going up sideways, just clinging on, you know, to dear life. Meanwhile, we're just kind of behind him. No problems. Go right up. Street tires.
In the little Rogue with all seasons.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, get out of the way. Come on. So that, I think, was the first time we were impressed by how well this does when the going gets slippery or when the going gets tough like this. Now, I got this bad feeling, Nathan, that like the RAV4, it's all about fuel economy, and at the next gen they may actually decide to make a little bit more fuel efficient and a little bit less off-road worthy, but only time will tell, as is the saying.
That's very true. In terms, and I have the information right here, folks, and I'm impressed because it's supposed to get 25 miles per gallon combined. You know what I've been getting? 25 miles per gallon. And look, I don't drive nice. I never have.
No,
so,
no. Nathan does not drive nice.
No, I don't. But that's impressive. So you have a little all-wheel drive vehicle that's averaging 25 miles per gallon, can hold your family. I was able to hold mine, and it does really well in the rough. I mean, trust me on this. Trust Roman on this. This is not an easy place to take any vehicle, and we've already gone much further than we have in a lot of other crossovers.
Including the recent RAV4 review. But from a style perspective, you have to admit there's not a lot of testosterone flowing through the, if it had veins, of this vehicle.
I like to call it aerodynamic, because otherwise I really don't have a lot to say about the way it looks. It's always been very plain, and I gotta be honest with you, one of the major issues I have with this has nothing to do with anything mechanical. The name. Rogue. Dude, if you're Rogue, well, for one thing, if you're a comic book fan, Rogue sort of connotates someone who's, well, got powers, superpowers and all that stuff. And then if you think about it in terms of a vehicle and what Rogue really means, Rogue is different, unique. I'm going to do it myself.
All right, let's call it Rogie.
Rogaine.
No, Rogie. Softened up a little bit. All right, Nathan, so to be honest, I did do some damage to the Rogie. When we went up this hill, I went too fast into a bit of a ditch.
Yeah, you broke it pretty bad.
Yeah, but the damage was minimal. Unfortunately, there a couple pop rivets came off, and we'll put them back on, and it should be right as rain. Thing is that we try to minimize damage, but when you're going off-road, sometimes these things happen. The good news is there's a plastic skid plate, and then right behind it, there's a whole bunch of metal. So in case you're as stupid as Roman was...
And he warned me too. That's the crazy part, and I still hit it too hard. You know, it's good off-road. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. I think you said it best. It's kind of like the Crosstrek XV. I put it in that category. And on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, I'm going to give it a lease it just because there's a new one coming around the corner.
I'll give it a lease it too, but you know what, folks? If you're looking for a good deal on these things and the fact that they're going to be replacing it soon, you might want to start looking around.
All right, let's head back. I can hopefully pop these pop rivets back, and we can return it with no serious damage done.
That's right, Nissan. No serious damage.
As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
Saying thanks for watching, and see you next time. Ciao. All right, this may not look like much of a gully, but that's where I smashed the front end. And that's where off-road vehicles, dedicated off-road vehicles, are so good. They've got a high approach angle and a high departure angle. And these, they're built more for fuel economy, so it's kind of pointy and fuel efficient. Not necessarily great for taking on roads like this. All right, Nathan, come on, nice and slow. We don't want to do it again. So coming back, Nathan's going to take it at a better angle, hopefully. Keep coming, keep coming. You're looking good. Here we go, here we go. Slow, slow, slow. Straighten it out, straighten it out. Take it at an angle. Oh, you're in. Oh, wow. Keep very slow. Very slow. Almost. You got it. You got to turn it hard right. You're off, my man. Yeah, so it's funny. It doesn't look like much, but when you take it at 5 miles an hour, bad things happen.
Well, the good news is there's next to no damage. And hey, look, folks, when you take a crossover off-road, the reality is that you're going to have a long nose and a long tail, so just take it slow, right?
Yeah,
right.
And you know, the cool thing about this, it's real-world testing. Are you a fan of pickups like this brand new 2013 Tundra? If so, you got to check out our new YouTube channel, The Fast Lane Truck, because we take these big pickups and we go 0 to 60, we tow boats with them, and best of all, we take them off-road. So remember, check out The Fast Lane Truck for all trucks, all the time.